Butterflies, welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all of the channel members, as well as the members over on my website, as well as those of you all who have joined on the Patreon. I have extended out my membership to Patreon as well for those of you all who don't want to join through the website or YouTube, okay? For some diversity. So thank you for being in this space. Thank you to everyone who has purchased from my tea and my candle company, my all natural herbal, just it's a vibe, honey. Okay, I'm actually, oh my gosh, so the oils and stuff, y'all know I be whipping up some stuff and all that, so I am getting ready to release. Y'all told me y'all want me to put together my essential oils and sell them as blends, so they're coming, y'all. They are coming on top of a couple other products that I have literally been testing out since January, February of this year. So I'm ready to finally start getting those out there. So definitely make sure that you are on the listserv and stuff for Energy Tea. Okay, check out all the links and stuff down below. So we're gonna get into this session. I woke up this morning feeling 333. I felt 333 really heavy today. And then I was hearing this song, and I'm gonna share this song with you in 1 second after sharing just the energy of 333. A lot of you all, if you've been on my channel for some time, then you have an understanding of the background of the number 3, what it means, what it connects to. We know that it connects to our communication, it connects to our perception, how we think, okay, how we process through information that we receive. That is what that 3 energy is about. It's about the magic, speaking things into existence, okay? And so this is also like the Jupiter energy, right? And so it's just like this expansive energy that comes out with this 3. Thank you to everyone who has purchased my angel number book as well. I know you all have been commenting and sharing that you all got your book and that you love it. So thank you. I'm glad you love it, okay? I'm not going to tap too much into the 333 in the book in this reading today because I was feeling this song. And then we're getting into the reading, y'all. Y'all know I have to give the background information on how Spirit give me the messages and to know when it's for the collective or for myself, right? And so sometimes the messages are for the collective and me, okay? So I accept that as well because I'm not perfect, okay? I'm just a vessel. And every day I work to become a better vessel, to be more connected to the higher power. And I was feeling a song by John B. where he says, fellas, I ain't going out, cause my old lady's showing me up. She likes to keep me in the house to do my homework. Listen, homework, learning, right? And we know learning is a 7. Intellectual knowledge, all of that is a 7 energy, but the sense of learning and how you process and keep the energy in, that's a 3 energy, right? And today is actually my grandfather's death anniversary, 3:33 on the recording time as I say that. But today is my grandfather's death anniversary. And he was a Virgo, which represents with Mercury, communication, talking, all of that, right? But he was not the type to just be out in the streets. He wasn't in the streets. He wasn't running the streets. He was home. He was with my grandmama. They were building a home. He was building stuff around the house, fixing stuff around the house. And if he was to hang with some friends, they'll come over to the house and they playing dominoes or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't just one of these people who out smoking, drinking and stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? He was more chill. And this is giving me a vibe with this 333 that the collective is being called to sit down and chill for a little bit. Okay? And it's with the season. Like, I'm getting this vibe of getting you a blanket, some hot chocolate, you know what I'm saying? And just sit up and cozy up with a book or something. It's like, this is the season to take in and also be able to process through information, because we literally, a lot of us having taken in a lot of information. How much of that do you remember? Because it's been an overstimulation, and it's a difference between, you know, taking in a bunch of information, but if you don't have the ability to process it, 444, to comprehend it on what you're taking in, that knowledge isn't doing anything for you. You get what I'm saying? So this is giving a vibe of, with this 333, allowing yourself some time to sit down so that you can study and learn something different. Like, it's something you're working on, that you're processing through, that you're building. And you're being called to go into like a solitude and like build this thing, get it together. It's like, sit your ass at home, okay? Sit down at home, get home together, get some stuff organized, relax, build. Some of you all, it's a business you've been wanting to release. This season, you're being called to get it together. Start preparing for it. Y'all remember I told y'all, I've been working on one of my products since January of this year. That was 9 months ago. Oh, dang. That's crazy. A whole baby. You have to give yourself time. But if you're consistently, oh, I'm going to do it next week. 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 When you ever going to do it? Next thing you know, them 9 months going to pass and you ain't got it done. Okay. So let's get into this vibe. We got the 9 of air. So one of the things that may be getting in your way is being in your head, or there may have been some recent difficulties and things that were going on in your life, some recent changes that tried to knock you off your rocker. Okay. These recent changes try to knock you off your rocker. It tried to have you stuck in a place to where you felt like you couldn't go further, to the point of feeling like you can't do this thing. So it could have been like a breakup, right? And they make, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing without me. You ain't gonna be successful without me, okay? So you're working through those changes. You're working through the mindset shifts. You're working through building that confidence back up. You get what I'm saying? And that's the perception and the processing information, how you hold information, how you keep it in, okay? It gives this vibe of, you know, when someone is like gaslighting a person or trying to manipulate them, and then the person who is being abused, they start turning around as if they're the one who's doing these things. It's them. They're the problem. This 9 of air, this pomegranate, someone tried to mess with your confidence to make you feel like you couldn't, you know what I'm saying, pursue these things. You couldn't complete these things, right? And so that 3, you remember, it's the perception of it all. So the perception that you may have had over yourself was shifted over time due to this person coming in trying to tell you who you are. Hermit energy at the bottom of the deck, but you've been pushed into a hermit vibe. Something happened during this Virgo season. Something happened, because you remember I told you my grandfather's a Virgo too. Something happened during this Virgo season that caused you to have to take a step back, or you were forced to take a step back. This could have been something that was a long time coming. Something was a long time coming to happen, right? And you were holding off on doing it, holding off on making the changes, holding off on making the decisions, until eventually the universe came and was just like, forget it. We gonna make the decision for you, okay? Sit your ass down, hermit energy. Sit your ass in the house and get your house in order. Get your house together. Get everything going. To a earth in the energy, okay? This is the sense of balancing, the balancing act, looking at what are your priorities at this time, what needs to be done right now at this time, what's most important, what's most important for you at this time is the energy, okay? What is most important for you? Ask yourself, what is most important for you at this time? Like, literally ask yourself right now. I'm not saying, you remember how I said we've been taking it. A lot of y'all probably gonna leave my video and go to another video. You ain't even give yourself time to process through what you just heard. You gonna listen to it. Oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds right. And you gonna go straight to another video and never had a chance to really process through what's going on. That's this 2 of earth energy. Continuously going back and forth, trying to balance, a balancing act. You get what I'm saying? Doing too much sometimes with the 2 of earth. And then this is witch hazel. That's crazy because I make my own witch hazel. And that's one of the ingredients that's in my product. So to have this come out with the 2 of earth, with the witch hazel, and that connects to what I was just talking about earlier when it comes to patience and building, okay? Something else that always stands out to me with the witch hazel is because of how beautiful it is in the wintertime, when all the other trees and stuff are dead and falling off, the witch hazel is blossoming and blooming. You know what it is, okay? You gonna know what it is when you see it with the yellow flowers. You hear me? And witch hazel was also used as a astringent to help you like fight off bacteria or whatever, to help, what is it called? Astringent, something like that. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Like when you have cuts and bruises and things of that nature, to help with the healing process of it, the cleansing of it. And that's what we're talking about. You healing through something of the past, the old perception of something that happened. So now you're putting witch hazel on your life. You hear me? This is giving a multi-use, because witch hazel is multi-use. You know, people can make teas out of witch hazel, the witch hazel bark. Okay, a lot of things can be done and created. So I'm getting multi-purpose, multi-use. Something in your life is multi-purpose or multi-use that you may not be taking advantage of at this time. that you need to start taking advantage of. It gives me a vibe of something that can be used in multiple ways. I don't know if any of you all watch like the van life videos and things of that nature, how they be having items and stuff that it can serve as a table, it can serve as where they eat at, it can serve as a nightstand, it can serve at, like, this one thing can serve, has multiple functions. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that we can do when we're starting to live our life more simply as well. So this is giving a vibe of you simplifying something, simplifying a process, because now I'm seeing an algebra equation in my head. Okay, simplifying it. And you know what? A lot of people don't even know how to simplify algebra equations, which is crazy. Okay, we see a problem that say 2 times 5. I want somebody to solve it in let's do a math problem. We're gonna do a test. Look, it's fall break with my kids now. Well, I miss teaching my kids. I do. Okay, I do miss my kids. I ain't got no pen. Wait, hold on. We about to write a math problem, and I want the first person that I see that gets it correct, I'm gonna have you email. I'm gonna give you something to email me, and I'm gonna give you something free. I don't know what it is yet. I'm gonna let Spirit tell me. So I'm gonna put this math equation together. We're gonna test our brains, okay? All right, the math equation. 2 times 5 plus 3 minus 1 divided by 2 plus 4. This gives me the vibe of learning processes, learning a process and simplifying the process. So you know how assembly lines go? How assembly lines go, where they have to simplify, like they simplify the process. You know, one person could easily go and do everything, right? But then it takes longer versus you have multiple, this is yours. This is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. It's something about you simplifying a process to make something easier for you. Okay. And this may be, I feel like this is the advice to help you with what it is that you are working on at this time. Of what you're building. So this is like the next steps of that conversation, of you needing to create simplified processes. Okay. So it makes me think about like when I made nail polish, right? Instead of literally making one bottle at a time, every time it come, I would get these containers, like the containers that you use to, you know what I'm saying, for condiments and stuff. And I would make up enough nail polish that could make 20 nail polish bottles. You get what I'm saying? So when an order come, cool. Bottle, get the ball, all of that, cool. Put this in there, cool. Label, cool. Top. It was an assembly line. You get what I'm saying? Versus me having to do it all in that process. And I just get this vibe of making something, doing something smarter and not harder. So learning how to do something in your life right now smarter and not harder. And that's going to come from you sitting your ass down and looking at what other options and stuff are out there and giving yourself time to try out different things. When I was testing out my homemade witch hazel, like I had to try different things. Okay, do I want to put some lavender in there with it to add some spunk with it? Do I want to put this in there? What is it going to do if I add this in there with it? Okay, what's the effects of it if I do this? You get what I'm saying? Like, try what works best. See what works best for you. What's some energy, Spirit? What are we pulling for? Outcome energy. Well, no, it's not really outcome because it takes time. So why is the collective being called to sit down and get this done? You got abundance coming out because you've been praying for abundance, ain't you? Spirit is saying you've been praying for these things. You need to do what it takes to get there. This is why only a certain percentage of people fulfill their dreams and visions, because you got a lot of people who are always hoping and wishing, always taking in information, but never putting it to use. Oh, a butterfly. I saw a yellow butterfly yesterday. It was just flying outside my apartment window, and it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful with the sun shining down and stuff. Oh my gosh. And then the witch hazel with the yellow flowers, okay? But with this abundance that's coming out with the 8, next year is an 8 year, remember? So if you're a member, I did put that video back into the membership area so all members have access to that video on, I did on talking about next year, the 8 year. So make sure you check that video out, okay? And for those of you all who are not a member, like when I be doing those types of lives and stuff, if you are subscribed and got your notifications on, you still will have access to those things, okay? People, why you going? Baby, you ain't even subscribed to my channel. Why you mad? Why you mad? Okay. So with this abundance and next year being an 8 year, this is preparing you. It's a birth. You're fertile right now. You're fertile. You're fertile. Hella Empress energy. You're very fertile at this time, okay? Not I said Empress energy and then the Emperor came out. Who got to fertilize the egg of the Empress? The Emperor. The Emperor has to literally fertilize it. Literally. Literally. And that's action. The sperm got to swim to find the egg. The egg ain't finding the sperm. Last piece of advice. We have the 8 of water, Valerian. Valerian put you to sleep. You hear me? It relaxes your body and your mind. So this is giving a sense of allowing the old to finally wash away, y'all. The thing with Valerian, though, it's very strong and it's good, but Valerian stinks, okay? Valerian smells like shit. It smells like shit, okay? But it works so well. And when it's blended with the right stuff, you can't smell it. Because I use it in some of my tea blends, and I bet y'all can't smell it. Okay, because I be blending, okay? But this is giving this vibe with the 8 of water. You see that full moon in the background? This the last Pisces full moon definitely did something to you spiritually. And it just gave you this boost of just like, yes, let's make it happen, right? But this is just giving this vibe of allowing things to... Tonight, I need you to finally release. Finally release. And when I say finally release, don't do nothing else that reminds you of that hurt. Don't watch nothing else that reminds you of that hurt. As soon as you find yourself being in a space that you feel like it resonates with that situation, deuces. Even if it's me, leave the video. That one ain't yours. Because you're over that situation now. Period. It's time for you to fully get over. So now you're going to go teach some other people. You feel me? Let's get some last piece of advice for the collective. In my heart, I know that good things are coming my way. And the heart, and you know what's crazy? So the incense that I was called to light today, I just went and pulled one out, and it just so happened to be the sacral chakra one. Sacral chakra deals with your creativity. It deals with your sex. It deals with procreation. So when I pulled out that Emperor and Empress energy, that's sacral chakra. That's the highest way of being able to manifest. Some of you all are being called to be celibate and put all that energy into your work. Don't even look at nobody to date until you are at that place. Unless the connection helps you get there. Because a lot of these connections be taking energy up. You hear me? A lot of these energies be... Listen, Linda, okay? But, baby, we about to get up out of here, okay? We about to get up out of here. A lot of you all asked me about my mug too. It's from my website, Energy Tea. Y'all see on the back? Energy Tea. But I appreciate you all for being here. And it is what it is. It is what it is. It's time to move on. So if you're ready, let me know down below. It's time to move on with 333 after it. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love you all. And as always, continue to bloom. And if there's someone who would like to donate for our next set of flowers, you can always donate to my Cashapp or my PayPal down below so we can get us some new flowers. I love you all, and I will see you later. Bye.